This monstrosity was a feeling, thinking being once, a cyclops of the highlands, a shepherd or stonemason, perhaps. Now it is the Nietzschean's will made manifest. Its hands have been cut and replaced with maces, for it can only make war. Its body has been festooned with prisoner cages, for the weak will suffer the most. Its head has been crowned with an iron helm, so the Argonauts can see through their folly.
Welcome everybody to the second video in our Cycle 2 playthrough for Aeon Trespass Odyssey. Today we're going to be doing a battle with the Cyclonus. This is just going to be a level 1 Cyclonus. It's going to be our first timeline battle. I was about to say first battle, and I was like, no, that's wrong, because we fought the Nietzschean. But it's going to be our first timeline battle of the cycle. So very exciting. Let's jump over to our battle cam here. As usual, we have everything mostly set up. Just have to do primordial positioning to determine the facing direction. But let's jump into a little bit about the Cyclonus. Let me jump to this camera. Do this. I've changed up the camera layout a little bit here, so apologies if I'm still adjusting to some things. Boom, let's try that. All right, and let's get the right side going here. So there's our Cyclonus. My miniature is not quite as colorful as this guy with the bits of red on him. Big beefy boy. He has a lot going on with him, so let's jump over to the stats. Actually, well, I mean, compared to the Nietzschean, he doesn't really have that much going on. He'll be a little bit simpler. Notably, he has 7 or higher to hit, as opposed to the Nietzschean's 9 or higher to hit, so that'll be a nice, relaxing, you know, it'll be a little bit easier to try to get an attack off on him. So we only need to roll 7 or higher to hit. He has 7 movement, and we only need to deal 10 wounds before we can kill him. The only 2 traits that he gets at level 1 are the Strong Eat, which is the trait that we saw in the Nietzschean, where you have to add the 1 additional You Died Obol into the Obol deck, so there's 2 You Dieds and 1 You Live. Then he has the Bred for War trait, which is similar to the Nietzschean's, I can't remember the name of his trait, but it's basically the trait that allows the Primordial to do some kind of attack comboing. And so Cyclonus will do a second, will at least attempt to do a second AI card after doing the first AI card, but we will have that window of opportunity between those 2 AI cards to attempt to combo break. And for Cyclonus, I'm going to be keeping the table or the card near me, so you probably won't really be able to see the combo breaker point that we're on throughout the battle, but he's going to start on the maul part, where he's going to need to be combo broken using a knife, a shield, a slab sword, or a whip. Next, he would go to body, which is a spear, a sword, or a cestus. And then he would go to the chain, which would be club, axe, or bow. And then he would rinse and repeat, depending on how far into the battle that we got and how many combos we were attempting to force him to do. He does have blind spots behind him. He has danger sense spots on here, but these are actually part of a trait that isn't active until level 4, so we can ignore those for now. If we take this, and we can now start to go over some of our Titan loadouts here. Let's see. So I could have put more thought into these loadouts, to be totally honest. I just kind of moved some things around. I don't think it's really completely optimized, but we have Wise Providence for this fight, so we're going to be starting with the Titan round, so I'm not too concerned with it. Famous last words, I know. But starting here with our first Argonaut, Telebachus, he is piloting the Sky Seer Titan, 7 movement, blah, blah, blah. We've already covered the Sky Seer in the Nietzschean video. He's using Horizon's Edge. I just like pairing that with Sky Seer because it's Horizon's Edge has the bonuses that you get from being in the blind spot of a primordial, and it's easier for Sky Seer to try to get into the blind spot And then Telebacchus also has this Nemos that gives him +1 precision in a rear space. So we can get some additional bonuses throughout the battle if we are using the Horizon's Edge in that rear space / blind spot. You'll notice that not all of our Titans have all their slots filled out. If you remember, we had to apply ascendancy rules during the fight with the Nietzschean. So we are now trying to craft some gear that we will need or that we'll actually be able to use in Cycle 2 without having to deal with ascendancy penalties. So not every Titan is going to be fully equipped at this point. There are some pieces of gear like this Yarn Talisman where it's Cycle 1, so it technically does still have to abide by the ascendancy penalties, but there's nothing about those penalties that would really affect this. But also, this is not really doing anything for me. I didn't really intentionally keep this on here. I just honestly kind of forgot until I saw it sitting there right now. But that is something that you can be aware of, is that just because there are ascendancy penalties does not necessarily mean that you cannot use Cycle 1 equipment. It's just that there is a penalty for using it. But there's not going to be penalties for some gear. Like some gear is going to be, it's not ascended, it's the previous cycle, but it can still be pretty useful. Next, we'll go to our second Argonaut, Hypatia. She is piloting the Game Changer Titan. She just got a new Nemos on the current day because we had an adventure. So got the Scorned Champion Nemos with this jump ability. So if she exhausts that, she can essentially jump over, what is it? I think a single space of a terrain tile. So basically, you could go 1, 2, 3, and you're basically using the jump over this one spot on terrain tile, but you cannot go like, 1, 2, 3, because jump is one space. Let me double check that. Yes, that's correct. Let's see, we have the Temenos Xiphos on her. This is one of the weapons that we got for free after doing that Nietzschean battle. We paired that with the Temenos Scale Shield. These weapons have a set bonus for being able to, like if you have multiple, it's kind of hard to see in that camera view, but look down there at the bottom, there's that brown border that basically says like Labyrinth 2+ as Break 2 instead. And what you're looking for there is you're counting the number of gear cards that the person has that have the Labyrinth keyword on them. So Hypatia has 2, so she would be able to get the Break 2 instead of just Break 1 on the Temenos Xiphos during that second ability window, which is not bad, we like that. Then we also got a Temenos Scale Shield, so we'll have 2 Titans with Temenos Scale Shields. And these are nice just for being able to do second chance. So, I always debate if I actually want to start these off on the second chance side, but we'll see. I think I'm just going to start off on the Scale Shield side, and then maybe in the second Titan round, if we need to, we can transform it. But we have 2 Titans who can do combo breaking. Number 1 is our Game Changer, who is using the Hermes Cape, and she can combo break her with that, and then she can combo break basically with either this sword or the shield. So she could effectively combo break 2 of the Cyclonus's 3 potential combo slots. I forget what those are exactly called, but that's kind of everything. Oh, actually, no. The last interesting thing about her is that, yes, I am still using the Eolipile engine down here. It is indeed Cycle 1 gear, but I have ascended it. I will not be ascending a lot of gear. I've been kind of thinking about how I want to do this. Do I want to do it different than how I did it in the first playthrough? The first playthrough, I think the only thing I really ascended was also these Eolipile engines. I'll jump over to the Scribe app here. I have made, let's see, in my first playthrough, I did a ton of Menestus Theater. I made it very far, and I did it at different points. Like after Cycle 1, I made it at certain points. After Cycle 2, I made it at certain points, so on and so forth. Actually, that's not true. After cycle 4, I just went straight to cycle 5. So cycle 4 is the only one I didn't do the theater right after. So I'm just kind of trying to remember and guesstimate where I would have, like after my first playthrough in the first cycle, how far did I get into the theater, and I'm just kind of taking credit for that. Just because I would rather just jump into the next few videos with like the cycles and everything. So I basically got up through the point of doing Temenos 3, I think was like a pretty reasonable stopping point, which gets you to the point of you would have 8 labyrinthized tiers, 1 labyrinthized ascended core. Long story short is that we used 4 of those tiers to be able to ascend the Eola pile engines. They require 2 tiers each. So we ascended 2 of them, and because they're amazing pieces of gear and they don't require a lot to ascend. If you're able to get the Skyseer Titan, you basically at that point already have enough tiers to be able to ascend 1 Eola pile engine, and I highly recommend doing that. I think it's interesting ascending gear that isn't weapons. Ascending weapons, I think, is where it just kind of maybe starts to break the whole like power level of like the gear in a cycle a little bit more. I mean, obviously doing the engines as well, you know, you could argue that's still kind of breaking some things about it. I just really like them. I like having things that can stand up. We do have a core, so we could ascend something like the Mazimer and just have an end game cycle 1 weapon at the beginning of cycle 2, but I think we have enough good weapons between Asclepios and Horizon's Edge. I don't want to make things too easy because that would just kind of reduce the fun. It's about finding that balance that's like still a good challenge level, but you're doing things that are fun and doing things that make you feel powerful without feeling overpowered. And okay, yeah, I think that's all that's interesting for her. Let's jump over to our 3rd Argonaut spot, Olympia. She is piloting Earthshaker and she's wielding Asclepios. We've seen, actually the only thing from this that we haven't seen before is this Skyreach support item. And it just says, when resolving the AI card, if you're not the target, move up to 3 spaces in a straight line in the same direction as the Primordial. During this movement, you ignore all terrain tiles, but you cannot end it on an obstacle or a chasm. To be completely honest, I think I've used this effectively in like a couple battles in my first playthrough. I just kind of threw it on somebody because I was like, we have so many extra gear slots right now, I might as well just like throw it on there if we can find a use for it during the fight. Great. Otherwise, I'm not going to try to force myself to use it. I did choose to take the Dread condition at the beginning of this battle for Asclepios just to see if we can get some of those extra precision. We do not have a, what's it called? A Morpheus module to be able to ignore that Dread, so it'll make it a little bit tougher for him to get rid of that Dread. But I could have ascended one, I just chose not to. I don't know, I don't want to ascend too many things. Also, you don't really need it. I mean, getting rid of the Dread isn't that bad if you're able to get into a blind spot, because then you're effectively only dealing with -1 precision. Actually, if you're in a blind spot, you're basically the +1 and the +1 from Asclepios and the +1 from the blind spot effectively cancel out the -2 you'd get from Dread. So it's not terribly hard. Also, if you're using Arrow Barrage, you can get 2 opening tokens, and then that way you're not clogging up one of your support slots with a Morpheus module, which you may not need in a lot of cycle 2 fights. And lastly, let's just jump over to our 4th Argonaut, the Orphan, who is piloting the Logic Breaker Titan. We have a number of different pieces of gear on her that have the Labyrinth trait on them. That is the Labyrinth Armor, the Puzzle Axe, and the Temenos Scale Shield. A really good early strategy for these gears. Like the Puzzle Axe is a really nice weapon, and if you get to 4 labyrinth gear for her set, or for the set, you can get Deadly. So at 2 or more, you get Carving 1. I think it's a waste of time. 3 or more, you get +1 precision. Love that. That's great. At 4 or more, you get deadly. At 5 or more, you get auto break 2 instead of auto break 1. That's good, but at least from what I remember my first playthrough, I think it was kind of hard to try to force 5 pieces of labyrinth gear. Like, it didn't feel natural. So we'll see if we come across the same feeling in this playthrough. And then we have the Amphoros as a support item. This is another thing that we got as a piece of starting gear after fighting the Nietzschean. And this is another piece of gear that allows us to do a combo breaker. So again, like this combined with, say, the Temenos Scale Shield or the Puzzle Axe, we could do 2 of the 3 Cyclonus. I need to figure out 2 of the 3 spots on the Cyclonus combo track, I'll call it. So between Logic Breaker and Game Changer, we could, assuming we're in the right positions and things are ready, unexhausted, we could combo break every potential combo that Cyclonus is going to do. All right, that is kind of enough talking. We've seen all these tiles except for these little Cyclops traps, I think is what they are. Is that right? Yeah, here we go. They're Cyclops traps. They are chasm spaces. Ooh, I'm trying to show this and I'm not really showing it. They're chasm spaces. They have to be placed in the outer 3. These are from the adventure that we did, so that's why we had to put them on the map here. They're not normally part of the layout. There's some benefits that you get if you can push the primordial onto it, or actually even if just a primordial moves through it on his own. I kind of chose to put them out of the way. The benefits that you can get are nice, but to me they're just variants, and I'd kind of rather just not think about that, especially during the first fight that I've done with Cyclonus in a long time. I'd rather just only deal with the things that we have to deal with and not invite additional risk with more chasm spaces, because they are chasms. And yeah, all right, with that, I think it's time for us to get into this battle. We have the Wise Providence boon, so we're going to start with a Titan round, and I need to turn on my music, and then we're ready to go. We're going to keep the priority target on Logic Breaker. The Orphan / Logic Breaker is the main one that I want taking attacks, because, again, if we ever get to the point of having to draw an Obel with Logic Breaker, we can potentially get some bonus attacks. Although, actually, I'm not even going to adjust for this. Kind of a dumb thing, because, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to start with it on her. A little silly, because the Logic Breaker is the one I want taking attacks, and yet I made him one of the combo breakers. So we're not going to start with the priority target on him, just so we'll probably want Logic Breaker combo breaking the first combo, then Game Changer doing the second one, and then Logic Breaker doing the third. We'll see how that works out. All right, enough thinking. Let's start attacking. We have Insulted, so we are going to be facing the Cyclonus to the left or the west. Boom. Not ideal for me, because I wanted Earthshaker to try to be able to get into a rear space, and this makes it hard for him to do that. So we'll have to see if we can get the Primordial to move around. If I remember, the Cyclonus has some wound responses that are like movement based. Trying to think. I think he also has some like attacks that are ranged attacks that are pulling. He has a variety of things, I think. I would guess he would probably be targeting the priority target for the most part, but the ranged attacks would be like furthest target in front in sight. Or furthest target in sight probably, or furthest target in front. Anyway, we're starting with the Titan round, so let's not worry about that. But who do we want to go with first? Maybe we'll go with Logic Breaker first, just because he can get into the blind spot. And he has a slightly weaker weapon compared to Horizon's Edge or Pierce Scipio's. Sure, that's fine. Let's do that. Boom. I could see this being a bad thing, because we're not leaving him open to position him well for the first AI combo break. But if we need to combo break with Game Changer, we can. We are going to go 1, 2, 3. Get into his blind spot. Anything that we want to do before we attack here? I don't think so. I think we're maybe just ready to attack. We'll have +2 from the puzzle axe and then +1 from being in the blind spot. So we'll have +3. So we need 4 or higher. And then we're going to end up getting auto break 2, 1 from the puzzle axe, 1 from the logic breaker. So I think I'm good to just attack without trying to put any extra tokens in the pool now. Let's gain our rage. We need a 4 or higher. That is a crit. Woohoo! All right. I mean, both of these fights so far in cycle 2, we've started off with crits, so this is a good sign. We have the bulging biceps. It is an AT value of 4, a wound responsive gain a rage, and a critical of deal an additional single wound. Okay. Could be ending this fight quickly between Wise Providence and this. So we're going to get, I forgot to put 2 break in there for our auto break 2. We're going to have 4 red total. And do we have any power reroll? We have 1 power reroll. And we have over break 1 as well. So we're really trying to get 5 if we can. But may not be able to get that high. Okay. That is, I'm going to look at my camera angle here to see how good. It's good enough. You can see most of them. See most of the full dice. Adjusting this camera that I have for the dice cam is like not the easiest thing to do. So I'm like, I was playing around with it this morning and I was like, oh, it looks better. And then I was like, it's not perfect, but I just need to leave it as is. So we have 4, 5, 6. That is plenty to wound. We're going to get an additional single wound in there. 1, 2. Boom. And then we will escalate the BP2. Three, 2, 1. BP1. Then we will replace an AI1 with an AI2. Stop in 3, 2, 1. Kind of stopped shuffling a little bit before 1 there, but oh well. And we will clear our Kratos pool. In our second ability window, we exceeded the AT by 2, so we'll be able to use that over break 1. I think that's going to be the only, oh no, we get an opening token from the puzzle axe as well. Otherwise, I think that's going to be it. Did not get to move him at all. Okay. Oh, who do we have reposition with? We have it with Earthshaker and we have it with Skyseer. Okay, good to know, good to know. Oh, I do remember that Cyclonus does have some AIs that target Titan and Blind Spot. Next, maybe we'll just go with Skyseer. I'm just seeing if I can get a BP that might like push Cyclonus this way before I try to go attack with Earthshaker or Game Changer, but also Earthshaker and Game Changer are going to be 2 of our stronger Titans. Actually, equipped as is, Skyseer has a better attack than Game Changer. The Temenos Xiphos is not really that great, but yeah, let's go with Skyseer next. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Really can get there in 2 movement because we can move diagonally. I don't remember how many BP cards that he has that have knockback, but with some Titans, I might be paranoid about getting to a spot where I can potentially suffer knockback and land in a chasm. I'm not too worried about that with her because she does have the lifeline trait on her Titan sheet. And I think we're just gonna go attack like this because we're gonna get deadly actually, because we're on a blind spot. We're gonna have +2 from the Horizon's Edge, +1 from a Broken Promise Nemos, +1 from being in the blind spot, and then +1 from an opening die. So we only need a 2 or higher to hit here. Definitely don't need any more opening tokens. They're going to get another break from our auto break if we hit, so I'm not too worried about that either. Yeah, let's see if we can get a crit chance here. Do we have any crit miss effects? No, so it might be worth trying to use fate rerolls to try to crit if we can. Boom. A crit! And another hit! Oh, alright, this green die is back to working for me. It was letting me down a little bit towards the end of cycle 1, and then it started picking back up. Love that die. Alright. We have 1 auto break. Put that in there. Draw our BP card. Ancillary cage armor. So now this has a prisoner's trait on it. If we did not roll a crit, then we would be losing humanity from trying to attack this card. I would have to double check the rules. I think for prisoner cards, like cards, you can choose to not wound them during the power roll step. Like before you power roll, you could just be like, I'm going to choose not to do this. You have to resolve the fail response and then go through the second ability window. I think that's how it works. But luckily, we have high accuracy when we're going for this, so let's see if we can free those prisoners. We're going to get 2 red, actually 3 red, and a black. Terrible power roll, but should be enough. We have 2, 3, 4. I mean, we actually don't have any power reroll, so it's a good thing. A good thing we got this 2 here at least. But we do wound. We're going to gain a humanity. You scatter the chain holding the cage. Oh, I'm sorry. You scatter it. You shatter the chain holding the cage, then set the prisoners free. We're going to gain a humanity. Let's go back over here. And turn my music down a little bit there. Go back to neutral humanity. And then gain 1 Nemos node for a chosen Nemos. This was Telebacus who did this. Who did this? Let's put it on Broken Promise, since Siren Survivor is very dominant. Try to balance it out a little bit. Okay. Boom. So that will wound. We did the wound effect, or the crit effect. 3 wounds. This may end up being like a very uninteresting fight to have recorded just because it's an early timeline battle and we have Wise Providence. Oh my gosh. It's not uninteresting if you like seeing me fail to shuffle cards. 3, 2, 1. BP2. Okay. AI1 will come out. AI2 will go in. I think the rest, so like for the cycle 1 primordials, 3, 2, 1, AI2. For the cycle 1 primordials, I was still using mostly like the glossy sleeves. But starting around cycle 2, I think every primordial from this point on uses these nice matte sleeves. I love these matte sleeves, and I think they're actually no longer going to be making them because these are from, who are these by? Oh man, I forget what the little Arcane Tinman, I think that's right. And I think those are the same people who make the Dragon Shield sleeves too, if I remember correctly. But these are just kind of like a tier below the Dragon Shields. But they're great. I love having the matte shields because they don't reflect as much as the glossy cards, which, I mean, good for the camera. Also, just I like it too when I'm laying cards down. I'm less likely to be blinded by them or unable to read them. So I stocked up a bit, but I might have to find a new sleeve brand to be sleeving on my cards, because they were good. They were a good combination of like reasonably priced. They're a little bit on the pricier side, definitely cheaper, or definitely more expensive than something like oh, what are they called? The big sleeve brand that everybody gets, that like the glossy sleeves. I can't remember. The ones that are like a few cents a piece, basically. Anyway, tangent over. We are going to get opening 2 from our weapon. We did get a crit chance, so we're going to get break 2 from the weapon as well. And then we are going to get opening 1 from our Kratos table, and we have reposition 2. We want to use it. Yeah, might as well avoid being adjacent to him if we can get away from him. And I think that's going to end our turn. Yeah, sure. Well, we weren't able to move the Cyclonus and try to get him in a position where Earthshaker could get behind him. But I think we'll have plenty of opening tokens to be able to do this. So let's just go for that BP2 with Earthshaker. He has the rouse condition, so we'll get to treat, we'll get to use his Kratos table as if his rage was 1 higher. So we're going to be at 1 rage when we attack, but we'll get to use Kratos abilities up to rage 2. So we'll go 1, 2, because we have reach 2 with the Pierce Clipios. We're going to use Arrow Barrage to try to make up for some of this negative precision we have. And let's see, what does that put us at? We have +1 from Pierce Clipios. We have 5 opening tokens, that's +6. Then we have -4 from Dread, so it's going to be +2 total, I think. Yeah. All right, so let's attack with that. Gain a rage. We get 2 dice here. And this is... yeah, this is not going to be deadly, unfortunately. I don't know. I never get deadly with this. I was just like, can I crit again? How many times can I crit in one fight? So what did we say? We have +2 total, so we need 5 or higher to hit. It's a 7 and a 9. That's fine. We're not going to re-roll anything there. And it's going to give us this. The Wounded Back. 6 AT. Oh, the crit effect would have been disabled hardened. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any hardened effects on... Okay. I wanted to make sure I wasn't like missing AT that I should have been trying to wound against. Wounded Back, 6 AT. Oh, here's the one that Cyclonus moves 4 spaces directly away from the attacker without turning. Ooh, well, this is a good thing that we are diagonal to him, because directly away could either be south or east. And we'll probably want to move him south because it makes him avoid going into the logic breaker and puts him closer to our game changer. But let's see if we can get the AT, if we can get the power roll. So we're going to have 2 black, 2 red, and we have 1 bonus power from Pierce Clipio, so we really just need 5 or higher on this. That's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. So we do wound there. We do not need that power reroll. So Cyclonus moves 4 spaces directly away from the attacker without turning. There's no window of opportunity here, so I don't see any reason why I'd want to go east. I think we're just going to go south. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cyclonus is still facing west. And then put this in our wound stack. We are going to replace that BP2 with a BP3. Three, 2, 1. Oh, the BP3 is up. Depending on what AI card we get on top here, I may choose to not go after this. It is not our ultimate. I may choose to not try to wound this BP because I might not be able to wound it with the Game Changer right now because the Temenos Cyphos is not very strong. 3, 2, 1. AI 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to say I'm happy with the 4 wounds that we have. We could go to 6 in the first round, but I actually think it's kind of unlikely we'd be able to wound with him. I don't remember what the AT values are for Cyclonus. All right, so we got rid of our Dread. We get 3 bonus precision tokens. Then what else here? We could lose danger. Oh, we do have danger that we can lose. I had some danger. Was I at 0 or 1 fate? I think I was at... Did I gain a fate with him? No, I didn't reroll anything. And I think I was only at fate with these 2 going into battle. So I think my fate dial was a little bit cocked. I gotta maybe see if I can get a replacement for some Triskelions or something like that. Figure out something different because like some of the dials that I have just slip a little bit. And it used to work if I could just like push them in a little bit more. Like these little plastic brackets, it would fix it, but not so much. Okay, so we wounded a BP2, so we could lose up to 2 danger, but we're just gonna lose the 1, because we only had 1. Clear our Kratos pool. We get 2 opening from Pierce Clipios. And then we will get 1 break, 1 opening from our Kratos table, because we still have aroused. And, oh, we have reposition 2. I kind of like where I'm at. I'm thinking, oh, I could go down here. I just don't really see a convincing reason to do that. Yeah, I'm okay with where we're at here. Let's see, what else do I have? Nothing. I think that's kind of it. Boom. Now we'll go with Game Changer. Now this is really just a matter of thinking about where do I want to position him. He does have +1 movement from the Hermes Cape. I don't think I really need that. I don't remember the targeting instructions enough to be able to have a good feel for where I would want to put him. But maybe a safe assumption would be like the 2 most likely options could be closest in, or maybe the 3 most likely options would be closest in front, closest in sight, or priority target in sight. If it's the priority target, then he's going to go after Earthshaker, and he's going to go up this way. So maybe we just avoid being in any kind of like this path here. So we can avoid reflexing if we don't have to. Alternatively, where would we want to put him? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Yeah, maybe if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and went there, then closest Titan and sight would be a tie between Game Changer and Sky Seer. So if we wanted flexibility with having one of them targeted, depending on what the attack was going to be, we could choose between them 2. Furthest Titan in sight would be Earthshaker. Closest Titan in any Titan, the only Titan in front is Earthshaker. So most likely, And then let's see. Then if he goes after Earthshaker, the Logic Breaker has a combo breaker of 2 spaces, so he can still get there in time. We also have Game Changer right there to combo break if we really want him to. And then I think he has some, I don't remember if they're AI, like after final attacks or after attacks or something like that. I think he has some things that are like go to the center of the board. Or maybe I'm confusing it. Maybe it's like a trait he gets at later levels where he does that more frequently. Yeah, anyway, all right, I'm happy with this. I don't want to overthink it. I don't think we really have to overcomplicate this problem. So let's refresh. And let's go to the first AI card here. Monstrous Bite. Titan in Blind Spot is the first targeting line. Nothing. Because there's no Titan in Blind Spot. Next is closest Titan in front in range. So that is going to be Earthshaker. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go right there. Boom. I'm curious to see if some of the changes I made here with the camera hopefully makes these cards a little bit easier to read. I think they do, but I'm looking at it on my laptop. I'd have to check for my phone after we actually do a video. Let's see, move and attack, not level 4. Do we have 4 or more fate? No, we do not. So it's just going to be 1 die at 11 or higher. A 10 will always evade, but it's a high. Like that 11 or higher makes a difference if you're trying to do like an evasion build or something like that, where you're trying to reduce that number. Just makes it tougher. And he does not have a shield. This is like a 1 die attack like this is great if you have a shield, because you can just immediately block the whole thing. If the attack hits, it deals 5 danger. Ooh, no reduction in that. Yeah, we might be drawing a major trauma here with him, but I think that's okay. All right, so we need a 10 or higher. It's pointless for me to, I have dodge on the Hermes Tatters, but that would bring the evasion roll down from an 11 to a 10. This doesn't really help. Sure, let's try to fate reroll that. See if we get lucky. Oh, that was almost a 10. Darn. Okay, so the attack hits, it's going to deal 5 danger. We have nothing to reduce that danger, so we go from 0 to 5. That'll be a major trauma. Oof! Gash. Giant gash. That'll still put him at 6 danger. So we're going to shuffle these cards up. Oh gosh. It's like, I don't even have to be showing the cards when I'm shuffling them and I still struggle, but like as soon as I stop recording, it's like, no, I can shuffle, not with no problem. I still struggle a little bit sometimes, but less problems. All right, let's cut these a couple times. Okay. Boom. Marked for death. Gain this card and the priority target token. While you have this card, you cannot lose this token. I feel like, did we draw these exact same major traumas in the Nietzschean fight? I know we drew this one. I also did that Nietzschean fight multiple times. If you remember my little rant. Also, we have the priority token already, so we just can't lose it. Oh, this is a condition card, so we actually hold on to this. So maybe I'm just remembering from the traumas that I drew up during one of those Nietzschean fights. But not bad. I mean, marked for death is not, like, I'll take that for him because he's not one of the people trying to combo break, and this actually allows Logic Breaker and Game Changer to just keep combo breaking and not have to worry about gaining that priority target token. So this negative trauma can be a positive in this cycle. Oh my gosh, I was showing the wrong person. I'm so used to Earthshaker being in the first slot. I'm not redoing this video for that mistake. Too much redoing of videos after that first Cycle 2 video. Anyway, we did the trauma draw. We have pull 4 now. Ooh. So this is going to be, what, pull 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could, actually real quick, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me double check pull really quickly, make sure it works how I think it works. Yeah, so I could do, we have a window of opportunity there, so I think actually what I'm going to do here is we're basically going to use some reflex to cancel out some of this pull. So we're going to reflex back 1, 2, and then the pull will happen and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. So now we're there. And then the attack is over. And then I guess, yeah, we can combo break with, I guess we'll end up wanting to combo break with Game Changer. Because we have to try to prevent this combo in some way. Yeah, if I used a charge of Pursuer Protocol, I could reflex with Logic Breaker and still get him to be the one to combo break. But now that we have Earthshaker as the, yeah, let's see. So the next one would require Spear, Sword, or Cestus. Game Changer would have to combo break that. Because Earthshaker can't lose the priority target token, I don't really care who combo breaks this one. So actually what I'm gonna do is we're gonna use Pursuer Protocol, but we're gonna use it on Earthshaker so we can go diagonal to him, and then we're gonna wanna hit this BP3 with Earthshaker because it's our strongest weapon combination right now. And then this way, if he has to move away, again, we can kind of choose a direction here. Let's see. Do I want Skyseer to reflex during this window as well? Nah, that's okay. If she gets knocked down, we have Tele-Resuscitation. It's not a big deal. And she can fly all over the place. So yeah, okay. And then we're gonna do Game Changer is going to use Hermes Cape to combo break up to 3 spaces. So we're going to move 1, 2. Let's do this. You're here, right? Or 1, 2. We're near there, and we will combo break there. Because if Earthshaker causes Cyclonus to have to move after this wound, I think I'd rather him go east. Yes, it would hit Skyseer, but let's not put Logic Breaker in the way there. Then Game Changer is going to be using the Temenos Scale Shield, exhausting that for the combo break because we can use a shield. So that is combo broken, and now we move on to the next one in our combo track, which is Body, which can be broken with a Spear, Sword, or Cestus. Spear, Sword, or Cestus. I gotta say that. Practice saying that 5 times fast. And then we are good. Yeah, we're in the Titan round again. We might be able to end it this round, honestly, because we're going to get to 6 wounds pretty quickly here with this BP3. And we're already at 4. So yeah, I think I want to start with Earthshaker. I don't remember what the AT values are for these BP3s, so we're just gonna hit it with our best shot. Let's use Arrow Barrage to get a break token in there, because he has no auto break. And then we're gonna be able to attack without moving. So we'll start with an attack. Put this cocked a little bit just so I remember that he still has movement. And we're going to get 2 dice. And we need need, what, we have +4, plus another 3 of +7. We just can't crit miss. So I will probably re-roll this if I need to try to crit. See if I can get a core. I don't need a, oh my gosh, double crit. Well, a crit and a 10. Man, we're just running through the crits so far. Is cycle 2 just going to be filled with crits? I'll take that. I'm going to have to play a ton today because I guess maybe it's just today is a lucky day. All right, no first ability window things that we're going to use, right? Where it can be at rage 3. Oh, we could use provoke. Ooh, I actually may, well, using provoke would mean that we don't get to do this power reroll. Nah, I could turn him to face me, which might make it easier for other Titans to get in a blind spot, but I'd rather we just crit on a BP3 or roll to crit. I want to make sure we have our highest chance to wound, so we're going to keep that that power reroll as a power reroll. All right, let's reveal this. Figurehead. We have an AT of 7. You may perform a bonus attack if we wound on this. All right, so let's do, I'm feeling good about those. Maybe for our bonus attack, we'll use some other ones if we wound. Then we're going to get 2 reds. And we have +1 power. So we really need 6 or higher. I'm going to do this one at a time. All right, boom. Okay, I like that. Boom. I like that. Boom. Okay, we're at what, 5 right now? We need 1 more. Nice. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5 power symbols, plus another 2 from the break, plus 1 for Cyclonus. We were at 8. That beats 7. So you may perform a bonus attack with +1 power. You've shattered the false Anti-Kratos helm and feel undefeated. Heck yeah. So that is going to be a crit wound on a BP3. I love it. So that'll come out. Then we're going to remove the lowest BP1. The lowest card, which is a BP1, and we put 2 BP3s in the deck here. Honestly, just give me another BP3. Let's crit again. All right, 3, 2, 1. BP1. Ooh. AI1 will come out and AI3 will go in. Not the ultimate. 3, 2, 1. AI1. Oh gosh. All right. These come out. Give those ones a break. Put these ones in. Clear the Kratos pool. Then we're going to get 2 opening from Cyclonus. An opening and a break from our Kratos table. And then that is it. And then we will, is that all for our second ability? We could reposition. I don't really have a reason to do that though. No, let's just attack again. 3 rage, then we have +4, +7 again, so we still just need 2 or higher. And then we're gonna crit. I'm ready for this. Are you ready for this? Oh my gosh, that was so close. Yes, crit. Screw it. So we have 1 hit. 2. All right. Well, we still hit with that one. The Moirai are just like, better stop pushing your luck. Don't tempt the fates. It's just a BP1 though, so I don't really know why I tried so hard to crit on that, but it was just kind of like how many crits can we get in one fight feeling. So we have +2 power for this power roll, so we only need 3 or more. Use these 2, these 2. Oh geez, that was not an intentional roll. Where did that go? What the? Oh, this red one. I was like, I thought I dropped a black one. I was looking for an extra black die and I didn't see it. Yeah, okay, so we only need 3 on the dice here. Should be easy. Yeah, we got it. Don't need to use any power rerolls. Boom, boom. That will wound. We will get the 1 rage. Because for a bonus attack, you only ignore attack responses, not all responses on a wound. And then, oh, sorry, escalate. BP2 will go in. 3, 2, oh gosh. 3, 2, 1. BP2. AI1 comes out. AI2 in. 3, 2, 1. AI3. Back to this. And oh, it's going to be, actually it'll be what, 4 opening and 3 or 2 break? Cool. Yeah, I feel like the colors look better on this too now. I did a handful of adjustments. I think this looks better overall, but again, like it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe my laptop, I'm afraid my laptop brightness might be too low, and like to me it looks bright, but maybe for other people it won't look as bright. So after I post it on YouTube, then I'll see what changes I should make next time. Anything else we need to do in our second ability window here? Again, we can reposition. I don't really see the need to. We also have movement. I don't know, actually, let's reposition 1 here, and then we'll use movement to just get this back. And then I think we're done with Earthshaker. BP2. If we get another BP3, I think I want Skyseer to go and have Deadly with Horizon's Edge. So who's stronger right now at a game? I should get this Temenos Xiphos off of Game Changer. I love Game Changer for having a black power die, but like it's just is kind of pathetic with having a Temenos Xiphos. Yeah, maybe we'll just go next with Logic Breaker. Yeah, I don't feel any kind of way about this, so sure. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything that we want to use here? Let's see, if we have like a knockback 5 would kill us unless we did, like we could use Labyrinth Armor. Like even just having the ability to reduce a knockback by 1. So this Labyrinth Armor allows you to reduce knockback by 1 or pushbacks by 1 as well. In a fight like this, just even having a potential 1 knockback reduction is amazing because it's just, you're basically choosing between 2 spaces that you would want to land on from that knockback. And if you're going perpendicular to a chasm, it kind of makes it so you can't die in the chasm. Or if there's only, basically if there's only 1 chasm tile in your path, you're just immune to it. So hopefully that made sense. Probably explained that pretty terribly, but let's attack here. Go up to 2 rage. Anything that we want to use, nothing that we can. So we're gonna get our puzzle axe. We have +1, +4 openings. So we have +5. Oh, actually, we have +6 total because we have 2 precision on the puzzle axe. So yeah, basically anything that's not a natural 1 will hit. I'm not gonna re-roll that. We'll take it. We'll get auto break 1 from. Oh, actually, we're gonna get auto break 2. I forgot the puzzle axe has an auto break on it as well. we have, ooh, okay, so this is, we do have a choice here. It's a BP1 underneath of this. Yeah, like what I'm deciding which is, I think we're doing pretty well in this fight, and I'm kind of thinking that maybe I will just choose to not lose the humanity. Yeah, let's avoid the humanity loss. If we have to go into another primordial round, I think we can survive. I don't really want to lose any of these titans. Like that's, if I had to lose a single titan, I'd probably choose the Earthshaker just because we have the most out of any of these. The easiest that we can rebuild is the Earthshaker. I think I have 2 game changers in the. Do I? What would I have gotten 2 game changers from? One from killing the pursuer and one from, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, okay. Let's just, we're gonna fail this. We're gonna gain 2 rage. And let me double check the rules on the prisoners cards too. Make sure I'm correct. Yep, we just, before we do the power roll, we just choose to fail. So this will go into the discard. We get our 2 rage from that. Oh yeah, I already did that. And then go into the second ability window. We're gonna get opening 1 from the puzzle axe. Ooh. I think the worst part about this is that because we didn't overbreak anything, overbreak is useless. Oh, that really stinks. I think an opening 1 is the only thing that we're gonna get here. All right, whatever. I already decided I'm single-handedly going to save humanity, so it all starts with choosing not to voluntarily kill people. Step 1. We will question our decision there, but we'll move on with our lives. And it would probably be better to go with Skyseer because I have the auto break with her, but again, I'm going to ask the Moirai for their assistance here, and I would like to save that luck with Deadly for a potential BP3 if we can get it next, because we just have a BP1 right now. So I'm going to go next with Game Changer. And we can move, or we can attack without moving right now, because we'll probably want to use it to get these things back anyway. So we'll just go up to 1 rage here. And we have +2/+3 to hit. That's cocked. That's a 9, so we'll take that. We don't have any auto break or anything like that. We do get power reroll 1 from the Temenos Xiphos. We could get power reroll 2 if we need it, because we could potentially get 1 from our Kratos table. Ooh, 5. Ooh, if we get the hatred condition, let me take a look at that really quickly. Where's hatred? Okay. So yeah, we're probably not going to want to, like, I don't want to end the battle with this card. Anytime you can avoid gaining Fated Nemoses, I think you generally should. So we're probably going to fail to wound on this. It's a BP2 up next. We'll wound that with Skyseer, and then we'll hopefully get rid of the AI3 that's on top of the, I'm going to keep this handy because I will need that. Hopefully get rid of the AI3 that's on top of the AI deck. But right now we're going to get 2 red and 1 black. And we need 5 power symbols, which is going to be very tough. Ooh, yeah, that's not happening. I'm not going to waste my time with the power re-rolling on that. So we fail to wound this one. We will get the hatred condition. So you cannot break combos or use abilities. Ah, shoot. Well, this is going to stink because we needed Game Changer to be the one breaking combos. I don't think we have any way to get rid of this condition off of him either right now. Ooh. If you gain this condition card, you gain the frenzy condition. Sorry, give me 1 second. Because what it could do is Earthshaker has the familiar curse. When another Titan is about to gain a condition card or a condition token, gain it instead. How do I get rid of this again? If you did not attack this turn, discard this card and gain 1 positive precision token. So, but I really want to be attacking with Earthshaker next round. No, I am going to use a familiar curse. So Earthshaker is going to gain this condition card instead of Game Changer. Just stack this here. Because by doing this, if I allow Game Changer to get it, then I'm basically guaranteeing that that Cyclonus is going to do 2 AI cards in the next AI round or next primordial round, and that's just a higher chance of someone dying. I'm saying that I can't attack with Earthshaker next round, but like that's okay. I think we can still win this fight in the next Titan round without him attacking. He gives us the best chance of wounding, but I'll take the odds here. The odds of just coming out with all of my Titans and no Fated Nemesis. So we failed the wound. That goes in our discard. Then I'm just going to use movement to... Oh, do I have reposition? No, but I really do need to get this back. I may need to end up reposition. Oh, actually, well, I forgot. I do have advanced reflex if I need it with Game Changer. But like getting out of this column, because if he knocks me back, pushes me, does pushback, something like that, he has a very high chance of killing Game Changer, and we don't want that. But nothing we can do about it right now. Okay. Then last but not least, we have our Skyseer. Let's BP2. Yeah, let's just, why not? Let's put her in the blind spot. If we want to do that, we would have to use fly. Are we okay with that? Oh wait, I didn't do the other second ability stuff for Game Changer. Clear the Kratos pool, break 2. Actually, break 3 and opening 1. Yeah, let's have fun. Let's just get into that blind spot. We're going to use fly, gain a fate. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How could this bite me? I mean, if he doesn't attack that targets the Titan in the blind spot, that could hurt me. If he does... I don't know if... Actually, maybe Deadly's not worth it. I would get extra precision too, but I think if I just move here, I'll save fly for next round if I need it. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Okay, so we're gonna get 2 dice, not deadly. Go up to 2 rage. We have +2, +3 to hit, so we need 4 or higher. Ooh, that's gonna crit anyway. What is that, 4 crits in this fight? I will fate reroll this one. That will hit. We're gonna get 1 black, And 3 red. Yes. Then auto break 1. And what do we get in here? Oh, well, this is a crit that has no use for us right now because the eye for nitrate is not in effect. That's unfortunate. All right, so at least we avoid the wound response, but we are going to need 4 AT or 4 BP. Oh my gosh, 4 power for this. That is plenty, even though it's not a great roll. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. That will wound. Eye for an Eye kicks in at Cyclonus level 2. So, but it's disabled. So that is that wound. Then we will escalate BP2. So we put it in a BP3. 3, 2, oh gosh, 3, 2, 1. BP1, come on. Take out an AI2, put in an AI3. If we get an AI1 on top of this deck, then it's worth it. 3, 2, 1. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. It's going to be 3 opening and 1 black. Oops. It's 3 opening, no break, 1 black. Oh, and we did get a crit chance, so actually we do get break 2. We have a lot of Titans grouped up on this side, so actually let's use Vault here. Oh, she has reposition 4. She can reposition so much. Let's go here and then 1, 2, 3 for reposition. Sorry, I wasn't showing the Kratos pool there. And I think that's going to end our turn, which will end our Titan round. Okay, now we are going to draw our AI3 Gut Maul. Target, Titan in blind spot. Nobody in blind spot. Target, last to wound, insight, in range. Ooh, I forgot about that targeting line. That's going to be our Sky Seer. Actually, this might be okay. Hopefully she doesn't die, but this should be okay. So we're going to get 3 dice at 9 or higher to evade. And gain 1 rage per hit. The attack deals as many danger as you have rage. So we could potentially be taking, this should be a 2 rage. We could be going up to 5 rage, which means we could take 5 danger. Okay, let's try to avoid that if we can. 9 or higher. That's 1 evade. I will fate reroll these other 2. Go to 3 fate. 9 or higher. Nope. So that's 2 hits. So we're going to go up to 4 rage. And then we're to gain 4 danger. We have 2 armor dice. We reduce it by 2. That's awesome. So we only take 2 danger, so we go up to 3, which is still a major trauma for Sky Seer. Ooh, gain 2 more rage. Well, Sky Seer is feeling pretty angry. You get into that area where, like, it's a lot of rage. Want to avoid dying from getting too much rage. But I'm really happy that we're at 3 danger because we can actually use her to discard that hatred card from Earthshaker. Okay. Oh, then after, oh wait, I didn't even do movement. So 1, 2, and then after attack is pushback 3. Ooh, let's see. Do I have anything to reduce pushback? I do not. Am I going to be able to combo break this? It's only an AI one on top, so it's not the end of the world, but 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. You need 5. Ooh, I don't think we're going to be able to get into range there. Thinking, oh wait, yes we can, because he has advanced reflex. 1, 2. Perfect, okay. So that will end that attack. Go back to this window. Then we're about to combo. We need a spear, sword, or cestus in order to combo break this. We're going to need to use this, but we're going to do advanced reflex with game changer. So it's going to be a fate. Go 1, 2, and then gain a fate to combo break with Hermes Cape. 1, 2, 3, and we'll have to exhaust our Temenos Xiphos to combo break that. We cannot gain the priority target because we can't take it off of the Earthshaker with Marked for Death. So we end around there. Next we would need a club, axe, or bow to combo break the next combo. And now who do we want to go with? I'm kind of glad I saved that. It's like I would like to use Deadly from the Sky Seer on a BP3, but at this point I just want her to go. I think I just want her to go as soon as possible. Nah, yeah, let's see if we can save that Deadly for BP3. We're gonna go first with Game Changer. We're gonna use movement to get all of our exhausted cards unexhausted. Then we will attack. Up a rage to 2. It's only a BP 1 on top. We're going to have +2, +3, so that's +5, +1 for being in the blind spot, +6. So we only need to not roll a crit miss. That's super cocked. 3, I'll take it. And then no first ability window things. Chiseled Gut. Cyclonus will move 4 spaces directly away from the attacker without turning. That's okay. Yeah, that's totally okay. So we're gonna have 2 reds, a black. For this, we have power reroll 1. We can get 2 if we need it. We have a black token as well. Oh my god, that's literally as bad as I can get. We're going to power reroll this. I'm sorry, we're going to use a black token on this. And then let's use... I'm forgoing I want to use power reroll I want to use power reroll too, so... yeah, so we're not going to be able to get a break in an opening after this, but that's fine. So let's do this one at a time. This is our black. Okay, don't get the break from that, but 2, 3, come on, just need 1 more. 4, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. That is just enough to wound. Cyclonus is gonna move 4 spaces, so 1, 2, 3, 4 away from the attacker. It's gonna cause crash on Skyseer. Does she have... I don't see her with, what's it called? Tumble. So she's going to take 1 danger, get knocked down. Then we wound. Go up to 9 wounds. Come on, give me another BP3. Wait, BP2 goes in the deck because I wounded a BP1, but I want a BP3 on top because I want a chance at a core. 3, 2, 1. BP2. Then AI1 comes out. AI2 goes in. Boom. 3, 2, 1. AI3. All right. Second ability window. Not going to get a whole lot here. We're going to get break 2 from the weapon. We will get... That's it. Yeah, that's all. That will end her turn. Then, yeah, I think we just want to go with the Sky Seer. We can use her. Yeah, all right, so let's do this. We're going to use Teleresuscitation before Sky Seer's turn to get her standing up. Boom. I was like debating if it was good for me to have brought Teleresuscitation. Now I'm super happy I did. Then we're already in the blind spot, so that was nice. But before we attack, we are going to discard Siren Survivor because the level 2 ability says that we can discard this card to discard a condition card from another Titan. So we're going to discard Hatred from Earthshaker. Boom. Then we will attack now. Do I need to use Arrow Barrage? Let's see, we're gonna have +2, +3, +4. No, I don't need to use Arrow Barrage, at least not for a not for opening tokens. Boom, we're gonna get Deadly. All right. Yeah, let's attack. We already increased our rage. We need, so we have +2, +3, 4, so we need a 3 or higher. That's a crit. Oh man, I kept thinking it was another BP3. I was like, yes, we're gonna get another core. Can we at least get, I don't remember, oh, I think his crit things, what are they? The gear that you can get from him, I think is kind of bad. Because I think it's like the Maul Fists, and they kind of suck. From what I remember like thinking they were just wildly underpowered. But we'll take it. Let's get 1 black, 2 red. Oh, we need 1 more break from our auto break. We'll actually get so 2 red from Horizon's Edge, 1 red from Sky Seer, 1 red from Kratos' Table. We need 6 or higher. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will crit. We will get 1 of the Maul Fist cards. Well, we just crit on the left Maul Fist, so we're going to get that one. Be right back. Okay. Oh. I wasn't showing that window, was I? I apologize. Well, it's an underwhelming card, but here is, actually put it in this window. Dang, I'm sorry. I have usually been pretty good about switching the windows there. But that's our Maul Fist. Does that show up pretty well? Yeah, it shows it pretty well. 1 die, one-handed, no bonus precision, get a red and a black. Yeah, break 1, you get daze. I don't know, maybe early in the cycle we'll find a use for it. I guess I would use that over Temenos Zyphos, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know if other people found a good use for it. If you have, then let me know. No, go back to this one. All right. So we'll get that. We're just going to put that in our Argo Armory. But we just end the fight there because we got our 10th wound. Yay! Bow, bow, bow. Okay. So we just beat the Cyclonus at level 1. All is great. Let's go to the aftermath here. Victory, the primordial is slain. Proceed to rewards and penalties. Reset Triskelions. I'll do that off camera. Subtract 3 Argo Fate. Yeah, let's do that. I had to gain some during the adventure, so it's nice to lose that. Then gain resources for each wounded card, and then be getting 1 core because we crit on 1 BP3. 2, so 1, so 3, 2, 1. Replace the single wound with what I think the next BP1. Take I think it could be a BP1 or a BP2, right? I think so. So it's just I'm not looking. We're just stopping 3, 2, 1. BP1. That's just gonna be another ambrosia. And then this one as well. So we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ambrosia. Then we're gonna get 1, 2, 3 of, what the heck is that? Cyclopean metal. Then we're gonna get 1 black chain. Cool. Oh, and 1 core. Yay. Cool, okay. We'll end this video here. I don't know. Reflecting the battle, how do I think it went? We started with a wise providence, so I was, if we had lost a Titan, I would have been very upset and been like, we really did something stupid there. Titan positioning, I think, worked out. I would say some of it was by like intentionality, some of it was just by luck, because I kind of forget what some of the AI targeting things were. So remembering that there was one that was like last to wound in sight, totally forgot that was a possible targeting line. So it's good that we remembered that. But he has a wide variety of them, I think. I think it's hard to predict who he's actually going to go after with like high precision. A lot of crits. What, we crit 4 times, I think, in that fight? Yeah. The only one I really care about was getting that crit on the BP3. The other ones were kind of whatever. But yeah, all right. Well, thanks for joining. I'll see you all in the next video.